Under the glittering sun, where dream meets reality, there lies a machine that defies every convention of speed, luxury, and engineering, the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport. From the moment it first comes into view, the Chiron Super Sport doesn't just turn heads, it stops time itself. Its presence is something more than automotive. It is royal, it is divine. Sculpted curves meet aggressive aerodynamics in a body that seems almost otherworldly. Dressed in lustrous paint finishes and carbon fibers so intricate that each panel feels like it belongs in a museum, not on a road. Standing before it, one does not simply see a car, one witnesses the pinnacle of human craftsmanship, a $3.9 million symphony of passion, innovation, and sheer mechanical brilliance. The Chiron Super Sport isn't just another chapter in Bugatti's century-old legend. It's the culmination of a dream that stretches back to the golden age of automotive artistry. This car is not for the many. It's built for the few, the ones who dare to believe that perfection can be purchased, that engineering can become poetry. Every line on the Chiron's bodywork is a testament to purpose and beauty. Every vent, every crease, every stretched contour finely tuned for speed yet delivered with breathtaking elegance. Its elongated rear end, unique to the Super Sport variant, isn't just a visual signature. It enhances stability at the monumental speeds this beast can achieve. And monumental is no exaggeration. The Chiron Super Sport is engineered to cruise comfortably beyond 300 miles per hour, a territory where most hypercars fear to tread. But speed alone doesn't define the Chiron Super Sport. No, its true magic lies in the balance between ferocity and sophistication. Peer inside, and you are immediately enveloped by an atmosphere of unrivaled luxury. The cabin is a masterclass in old-world craftsmanship married to future-forward design. Fine leathers, polished aluminum, precision machined switchgear. It's as if Bugatti raided the vaults of Europe's finest ateliers and brought back treasures to adorn this mechanical titan. Even the smallest details, like the feel of the steering wheel or the stitching on the seats, whisper tales of obsessive attention to quality. Here, luxury isn't an afterthought, it's woven into the DNA of the machine. The Chiron Super Sport is not merely bought, it is commissioned. With production limited and personalization bound only by the customer's imagination and wallet, no two examples are truly alike. Each owner steps into a world of bespoke possibilities, selecting colors, materials, and finishes that reflect their own personal vision of ultimate automotive perfection. It is this exclusivity, coupled with its extraordinary capabilities, that cements the Chiron Super Sport's status as more than just a hypercar. It becomes a rolling work of art, a statement of taste, power, and discernment. And then there's the heart of the monster, an 8.0-liter quad-turbocharged W16 engine that pumps out a mind-bending 1,578 horsepower. It's an engine unlike any other in the world, a mechanical cathedral that sings a song of thunder and fury when summoned. Acceleration is not an experience here, it's an event. The horizon collapses towards you, the air thickens, and the laws of physics seem to blur. 0 to 60 in just over 2 seconds, 0 to 200 in under 12. The Chiron Super Sport is not a car you drive, it's a force of nature you command. Yet for all its ferocity, it remains composed, refined, and astonishingly usable. This is engineering at a level where speed does not compromise comfort, where power does not sacrifice poise. Owning a Bugatti Chiron Super Sport isn't about needing a car that can obliterate racetracks or out-accelerate a fighter jet, although it can flirt with both. It's about participating in a tradition that dates back to Ettore Bugatti's original vision, to build the best car, regardless of cost or compromise. It's about holding the keys to something that almost no one else will ever touch, let alone possess. With fewer than a few dozen units destined for the entire planet, the Chiron Super Sport stands as an untouchable dream for the many and a tangible reality for the blessed few. There's a reason why, even in a world obsessed with supercars and speed, the name Bugatti carries a reverence unmatched by any other. The Chiron Super Sport doesn't just live up to the name, it elevates it, soaring higher into a realm that most vehicles will never glimpse. It's a celebration of excess done right, a monument to what happens when money, vision, and artistry collide without restraint. So, is the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport worth its staggering $3.9 million price tag? For those who understand what it represents, who see in it not just a car but an experience, an achievement, a once-in-a-generation masterpiece, the answer is not just yes. It's absolutely, undeniably, breathtakingly yes. In a world full of noise, the Chiron Super Sport is pure, unfiltered music, and it plays to those lucky enough to listen. This is automotive royalty. This is the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport. At the center of the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport's mythos lies its crowning jewel, the engine, a mechanical masterpiece so ferocious, so audacious, that it redefines what human ingenuity can achieve. Underneath the flowing carbon fiber skin roars an 8.0-liter quad-turbocharged W16 engine, a configuration so rare and so complex that it borders on the absurd. Yet here it is, alive and untamed, producing an earth-shattering 1,578 horsepower and 1,180 pound-feet of torque, figures so colossal they barely seem real until you experience the gut-wrenching violence of acceleration firsthand. This isn't just an engine. It is a declaration. A mechanical symphony composed of titanium, aluminum, and sheer willpower, built not for necessity but for the pursuit of a higher automotive truth, absolute domination. Fire it up, and the Chiron Super Sport doesn't just start, it awakens. The sound is not a scream nor a howl but a deep, resonant growl that hints at unimaginable power lurking just beneath the surface. Press the throttle, and reality bends. 0 to 60 miles per hour arrives in a barely believable 2.3 seconds. But that's merely the opening act. It devours the quarter mile in under 9.5 seconds and storms past 200 miles per hour in less time than it takes many sports cars to reach 100. The Super Sport isn't just fast, it's transcendent. Top speed? Electronically limited to 273 miles per hour, but unrestricted, this monster has brushed the outer limits of 300 miles per hour, a threshold previously considered science fiction for production vehicles. In a world where hypercars like the McLaren Speedtail, the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute, and the Hennessy Venom F5 all chase the mythical 300 miles per hour barrier, the Chiron Super Sport stands as a legend that has already crossed that Rubicon. While others boast and promise, Bugatti delivers, methodically, relentlessly, with a precision that only a century of relentless pursuit of perfection can provide. The W16 engine, mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, delivers seamless, brutal thrust, channeling its monstrous power through an advanced all-wheel drive system that claws at the asphalt with a ferocity few cars can match. But raw power alone does not a masterpiece make. The Chiron Super Sport is an engineering triumph because it blends unimaginable velocity with astonishing stability and grace. Every inch of the car has been painstakingly designed to manage the violent forces unleashed at hyperspeeds. The extended, long-tail bodywork isn't merely a stylistic flourish, it's a functional aerodynamic refinement that reduces drag while increasing downforce, allowing the car to remain planted and composed at speeds that would make lesser machines tremble. Beneath its sculpted body, a suite of technologies work silently and invisibly to keep the Chiron Super Sport performing at the razor's edge of physics. Active aerodynamics adjust the front splitter, rear diffuser, and massive rear wing in real time, optimizing airflow depending on speed and driving conditions. The adaptive chassis constantly tunes the suspension for maximum stability, adjusting damping and ride height to ensure the perfect balance between comfort and control. Even the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires were specifically developed for this car, capable of withstanding the tremendous stresses of 300 miles per hour driving without disintegrating, a feat of material science in itself. Yet, perhaps the most staggering aspect of the Chiron Super Sport's performance is its accessibility. You might expect a 1,600 horsepower hypercar to be a twitchy, unforgiving beast, but instead, the Bugatti offers an almost surreal sense of composure. The steering is precise, the brakes, carbon ceramic and mighty, are responsive and progressive, and the acceleration, though brutal, is delivered with such refinement that it borders on the supernatural. It's a car that demands respect but never punishes its driver unnecessarily. In the hands of a skilled pilot, it becomes a willing dance partner, agile and communicative even as it harnesses forces that would terrify mere mortal machines. Inside the cockpit, the Chiron Super Sport's advanced technology remains elegantly hidden behind an interface of timeless craftsmanship. There are no sprawling digital displays or overwhelming touchscreens vying for your attention. Instead, a minimalist yet utterly luxurious layout greets the driver, where analog precision reigns supreme. Every control is mechanical, tactile, deliberate. Four beautiful aluminum knobs dominate the center console, each one controlling key functions like temperature and fan speed with the satisfying click of a precision instrument. Here, technology serves the driver, not the other way around. It's a refreshing reminder that true innovation doesn't need to scream. It speaks in confident whispers. Even the drivetrain's cooling and lubrication systems are feats of innovation. Managing the heat generated by a quad-turbocharged W16 pushing over 1,500 horses is no small task. The Chiron Super Sport features a total of 10 radiators, orchestrating a ballet of coolant flow and airflow management that keeps temperatures in check even when the car is pushed to its astronomical limits. The gearbox, differential, and even the drive shafts were redesigned and strengthened to endure the punishing torque loads delivered by the beastly power plant. Every element, every component, every line drawn and bolt tightened on the Chiron Super Sport reflects a single, uncompromising philosophy: perfection or nothing. There's a reverence one feels when standing next to the Chiron Super Sport's open engine bay, gazing upon the complex tapestry of pipes, turbos, and carbon fiber. It's a view into an era of excess, yes, but also of excellence. A time when some dared to dream bigger, push harder, and believe that even the impossible could be built with human hands. The Chiron Super Sport embodies that spirit not in theory, but in thrilling, roaring practice. The question then isn't whether the Chiron Super Sport is faster or more powerful than its competitors. It undoubtedly is, but that's almost beside the point. The true magic lies in how it packages this performance, not as a blunt instrument of speed, but as a holistic experience that exhilarates every sense, elevates every journey, and reminds you that at the highest echelons of engineering and artistry, there are no shortcuts, only greatness. In a world that often settles for good enough, the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport is a bold, roaring reminder of what happens when we refuse to settle at all. Step inside the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport, and the ferocity of its exterior gives way to an atmosphere of supreme tranquility and handcrafted opulence. It is a world apart from the noise and chaos of everyday life, a sanctum where every detail has been meticulously curated to delight the senses. Here, speed is only half the story. The real masterpiece lies in the way Bugatti weaves raw power with a cocoon of luxury so exquisite, it feels almost dreamlike. This isn't simply a car interior. It's a rolling testament to what happens when art, engineering, and tradition are fused without compromise. The first thing that strikes you is the intoxicating scent of the finest leathers, sourced from the most exclusive tanneries in Europe. Every surface you can see or touch is swathed in leather so supple, so perfectly stitched, it could only have come from the hands of artisans who have spent a lifetime honing their craft. The seats are sculpted masterpieces in themselves, offering support worthy of a racing car yet enveloped in a level of comfort that invites you to embark on journeys stretching across continents. The stitching, the piping, the elegant simplicity of the lines, it's all done with such precision that it borders on obsession. Carbon fiber and aluminum accents are not merely decorative, they are integral, tactile reminders of the Chiron's dual nature as both hypercar and haute couture. The dashboard, symmetrical and flowing, is a study in minimalistic elegance, with every button, dial, and switch designed for intuitive operation. There's no visual clutter, no gimmicks, no superfluous flashing screens trying to dazzle you. Bugatti trusts the inherent beauty of perfect craftsmanship to tell the story, and it does, with a quiet authority that lesser cars can only dream of emulating. Bespoke customization isn't an option in the Chiron Super Sport, it's an expectation. Bugatti invites its clients into a world of limitless personalization. Paints mixed with precious metals, interior leathers dyed to match the exact hue of a favorite watch strap, carbon fiber weaves configured to unique patterns. The only limit is imagination. This hypercar isn't merely purchased, it is tailored, becoming a living extension of its owner's taste and personality. No two Chirons are ever truly alike. Each one carries the fingerprint of its creator and the soul of its commissioner. Yet even in this haven of traditional craftsmanship, technology integrates seamlessly without ever intruding on the experience. The center spine of the cabin houses four beautifully machined rotary knobs, controlling everything from climate settings to drive modes, delivering feedback that feels mechanical and precise. A discrete digital display provides key information without overwhelming the senses, allowing drivers to stay focused on the road ahead. The sound system, custom developed by Akutin, is another marvel, a 12-speaker masterpiece with diamond membrane tweeters, offering concert hall clarity even at blistering speeds. Every note, every nuance, is delivered with crystalline precision, turning long drives into private symphonies. Driver assistance features, though understated, are present and finely tuned. Adaptive cruise control, a top-tier rear-view camera, parking sensors, and other aids ensure that despite its immense size and power, the Chiron Super Sport remains approachable even in everyday scenarios. Still, Bugatti understands that their clientele seeks a pure driving connection rather than layers of automated interference. Here, technology is a silent guardian, not an overbearing presence, a philosophy that sets the Chiron apart in a world increasingly filled with screens and synthetic experiences. Then there's the driving experience itself, a paradox so delicious it borders on magical. How can a machine capable of annihilating records at the racetrack glide through city streets with the grace of a luxury sedan? Bugatti has managed to engineer a vehicle that doesn't just perform at the highest levels. It adapts, breathes, and molds itself to its environment with an elegance that defies its immense capabilities. In comfort mode, the suspension soaks up imperfections with surprising gentleness. The steering, light and communicative, offers precise feedback without demanding constant attention. Even the throttle response softens, allowing for relaxed cruising without the ever-present temptation to unleash the beast. Yet, when the moment calls for it, when the road opens up and your right foot dares to explore deeper, the Chiron Super Sport transforms. Handling sharpens. The chassis stiffens. The turbos spool up with a menacing whine, and the scenery begins to blur at a rate that is both thrilling and humbling. Thanks to all-wheel drive and a finely tuned suspension, corners that would trouble even lightweight sports cars are dispatched with clinical precision. The sheer grip available is mind-bending, the stability unwavering even at speeds that would turn most drivers' legs to jelly. Agility is not sacrificed for speed, they coexist, each amplifying the other in a rare symphony of engineering excellence. Yet despite all this ferocity lurking beneath its skin, the Chiron Super Sport never feels aggressive or intimidating. It communicates clearly and honestly, always reassuring the driver that while the limits are stratospheric, they are also accessible to those willing to listen and respect them. It's this balance, this rare fusion of effortlessness and explosiveness, that elevates the Chiron from mere machine to myth. Driving the Chiron Super Sport is not simply about going fast. It's about savoring the sensations that only a true hypercar can deliver. The feel of the steering weight building as you carve through a sweeping bend, the way the car hunkers down as the rear wing deploys to aid high-speed stability, the subtle thrum of the W16 resonating through the cabin like the heartbeat of a giant. Every journey, no matter how mundane the destination, becomes an event, an experience to be savored, a reminder that sometimes, the journey is infinitely more important than the arrival. In the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport, luxury is not an afterthought tacked onto a speed machine. It is an intrinsic part of its DNA, a fundamental pillar that stands equal to performance and technology. This car does not ask you to choose between comfort and capability. It gives you everything, uncompromised, unfiltered, and utterly unforgettable. To sit behind the wheel of the Chiron Super Sport is to understand, in a way few ever will, that true luxury is not about excess. It is about achieving a state where every element, every sensation, and every detail harmonizes perfectly, creating an experience so pure, so powerful, that it transcends the very concept of driving itself. The Bugatti Chiron Super Sport doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It's the culmination of a legacy that stretches back over a century, a legacy defined by relentless innovation, unrivaled craftsmanship, and a profound commitment to pushing the boundaries of what is possible in the automotive world. To truly understand the Chiron Super Sport is to delve into the history of Bugatti itself, to trace the lineage of one of the most storied names in automotive engineering, and to recognize how each successive model has set new standards in both performance and luxury. The journey began in 1909 when a visionary named Ettore Bugatti founded a company that would bear his name. From the very beginning, Bugatti's ethos was clear: create cars that were not only technically advanced but also works of art. Ettore Bugatti was not just an engineer. He was a master of design, a sculptor of speed, and an artist who saw the automobile as the perfect blend of engineering precision and aesthetic beauty. The early years saw the creation of some of the most iconic and revered cars in automotive history. But it was the 1920s and 1930s that truly cemented Bugatti's reputation as the creator of machines that could break records and captivate hearts. The Type 35, for instance, is one of the most celebrated race cars of all time, dominating circuits across Europe and setting the foundation for Bugatti's commitment to performance excellence. But while Bugatti was known for its racing success, it was also building cars for the elite, for those who demanded both speed and luxury. The Type 41 Royale, one of the most opulent cars ever built, is a testament to the brand's ability to marry extreme performance with unparalleled luxury. Even in these early years, Bugatti was forging the DNA of the brand, a combination of artistry, performance, and exclusivity that would define all its future cars. The Chiron Super Sport, however, represents more than just the continuation of this legacy. It is a statement of Bugatti's unyielding desire to evolve, to push the envelope in ways that have never been attempted before. To fully appreciate the significance of the Chiron Super Sport, we must first look at its predecessor, the Bugatti Veyron, a car that remains an icon in its own right, and one that laid the groundwork for everything that followed. Released in 2005, the Veyron was a masterpiece of engineering, a car that, at the time, was the fastest and most powerful production vehicle in the world. With a quad-turbocharged W16 engine capable of producing an astonishing 1,001 horsepower, the Veyron shattered records and redefined what was possible for a production car. It was a technical marvel that made the impossible seem attainable, and it served as a fitting testament to Bugatti's relentless pursuit of performance perfection. But the Veyron was never intended to be the end of the story. The Chiron, introduced in 2016, was the next logical step, an evolution that built on the Veyron's successes and sought to take performance to even greater heights. With an improved W16 engine delivering an awe-inspiring 1,479 horsepower and a top speed approaching 300 miles per hour, the Chiron represented a new era of hypercar performance. Yet, even with the Chiron's stunning power and speed, Bugatti's engineers were not content. They continued to refine, innovate, and perfect, driven by a singular goal: to create the ultimate hypercar, one that would not only be the fastest and most powerful but also the most refined and luxurious. And thus, the Chiron Super Sport was born. The Chiron Super Sport is the result of more than a decade of research and development, a car that takes everything Bugatti has learned from its past and pushes it into the future. Every element of the Chiron Super Sport has been meticulously engineered, from its powerful engine and aerodynamic design to its luxurious interior and cutting-edge technology. It is a machine that brings together the best of Bugatti's storied history while embracing the latest advancements in automotive engineering. It is a car that represents the perfect fusion of performance and luxury, two elements that have defined the Bugatti brand for over a century. At the heart of the Chiron Super Sport's legacy is Bugatti's unwavering commitment to innovation. This is a brand that has never been content with merely meeting expectations. Bugatti has always sought to exceed them, to break new ground in ways that challenge the very definition of what a car can be. Whether it's creating the world's first quad-turbocharged engine, developing lightweight materials that enhance performance without sacrificing strength, or crafting interiors that are as opulent as they are functional, Bugatti has always been at the forefront of automotive innovation. The Chiron Super Sport is no different. It embodies the brand's relentless pursuit of perfection, and in doing so, it sets new benchmarks for what is possible in a hypercar. The brand's commitment to pushing the boundaries of automotive performance is evident not only in the raw power of the Chiron Super Sport's engine, but also in its technological sophistication. This is a car that employs the latest advancements in aerodynamics, with an active rear spoiler that adjusts to provide optimal downforce at high speeds, ensuring stability even at 300 miles per hour. Its advanced all-wheel drive system and 8-speed dual-clutch transmission allow for blistering acceleration and precise handling, while its sophisticated suspension system adapts to different driving conditions, ensuring that the Chiron Super Sport can deliver both jaw-dropping performance and a smooth, comfortable ride. But Bugatti's innovation isn't confined to the technical aspects of the car. It extends to the very design philosophy that underpins the Chiron Super Sport. Bugatti's engineers and designers have worked tirelessly to create a hypercar that is not only the epitome of performance, but also a work of art. Every line, every curve, every detail has been carefully considered to ensure that the Chiron Super Sport is not just fast but beautiful. The result is a car that is as visually stunning as it is powerful, a car that looks as though it's moving even when it's standing still. The legacy of Bugatti is not just about building fast cars. It's about creating machines that transcend the ordinary and achieve the extraordinary. The Chiron Super Sport is the latest chapter in this storied history, a car that carries the mantle of its legendary predecessors while carving out its own place in the annals of automotive excellence. It is a testament to the brand's commitment to innovation, to its relentless pursuit of performance and luxury, and to its belief that there are no limits to what can be achieved. The Chiron Super Sport is not just a hypercar. It is the embodiment of Bugatti's legacy, a legacy that continues to inspire and awe the world of automotive enthusiasts and beyond. The Bugatti Chiron Super Sport is, without a doubt, the epitome of automotive excellence, a true masterpiece of engineering that stands as the pinnacle of luxury, performance, and exclusivity. With its extraordinary power, breathtaking speed, and unrivaled craftsmanship, the Chiron Super Sport redefines what it means to be a hypercar. It is a vehicle that goes beyond merely getting from point A to point B. It is a statement, an experience, and a testament to the limits of what can be achieved when luxury and performance come together in perfect harmony. The Chiron Super Sport is not just about numbers and specs. It is about the feeling of holding something so rare, so powerful, and so beautiful that it transcends the ordinary. At $3.9 million, the Chiron Super Sport is not a car for just anyone. Its rarity only adds to its allure, with Bugatti producing only a select few, ensuring that each owner becomes part of an exclusive club. This scarcity, combined with its extraordinary features, makes the Chiron Super Sport one of the most desirable possessions in the world. It's a car that few will ever own, and even fewer will ever experience in its full glory. But for those who are fortunate enough to get behind the wheel, it's not just about owning a car. It's about becoming part of a legacy, a tradition of excellence that stretches back more than a century. When you sit in the cockpit of a Chiron Super Sport, you're not just driving a car, you're part of history, part of an automotive lineage that includes some of the most legendary machines ever created. This exclusivity, however, is not just about rarity, it's about the profound prestige that comes with owning such a marvel. To own a Bugatti is to have access to an experience unlike any other in the world of luxury automobiles. From its meticulously designed interior to its awe-inspiring performance, every aspect of the Chiron Super Sport has been crafted with the utmost attention to detail, ensuring that every moment spent in the car is nothing short of extraordinary. The connection between the driver and the machine is unparalleled, and the thrill of pushing the limits of speed in a car so refined is something that simply cannot be replicated elsewhere. As we look to the future, there is no doubt that the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport will remain an iconic symbol of automotive excellence for generations to come. Its legacy, built on years of engineering innovation, design brilliance, and a relentless pursuit of perfection, will continue to inspire awe in automotive enthusiasts and collectors around the world. The Chiron Super Sport is more than just a car. It is a statement of what is possible when the finest minds in automotive design and engineering come together to create something truly extraordinary. It will be remembered as the benchmark against which all hypercars are measured, the car that defined a new era of speed, luxury, and sophistication. And for those who are lucky enough to own one, it will forever be a reminder that in the world of automotive excellence, Bugatti stands alone.